Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for tuning in here to youtube.com/DanielGiza412. I am, of course, Daniel Giza, and to my left here is my good friend Jerry Sur. Jerry, thank you for coming on the channel here. We're going to do another sit-down interview here.
Thanks for having me, man.
Absolutely. Why don't you tell the audience a little bit about yourself? You're a writer, you've produced, you've acted, you've directed, you've done stunts. You've really done a lot in the world of filmmaking. Why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself here?
Yeah, well, I started off just doing a little like acting for like training videos, like print shoots, whatever, and it really like triggered my passion for doing like real acting and like movies and short films. So I'm just trying to do a little bit of the acting and actually produce film and direct film myself, and so do a little bit of a stunt work also, like you mentioned, and so just trying to dabbling in a little bit of everything.
A bit of everything.
So, yeah.
Nice. So without further ado, I think let's just dive into the questions. You mentioned acting. I want to ask you, what do you enjoy most about acting? What is your passion? Like when you go on set and you just get into a character, what brings you the greatest joy and happiness?
I think it's just being able to tell it in your perspective, the whole how you feel this character should be, and just getting that across, in your own little flavor to the audience, and just entertaining at the same time, whether it be a drama, or you're a villain, or you're a nice guy. Just your little take on it, putting your little spin on it. It always makes me enjoy acting a whole lot. So.
And you mentioned here roles. Do you have a favorite role that you've done in all of the films? Because you've been in quite a few, and your IMDb will be down below in the description box, so be sure to check that out.
I'd say
anything in particular, like, oh man, I really like that character.
I'd have to say Jin from Maximilian, which was directed by Keith Collins, a good buddy.
Very good movie.
Yeah, because I got a kind of a mix of both a bad guy and good guy role.
Yeah.
So you got to check out the movie to understand what I'm talking about. But yeah, I got to play both sides of
the coin.
Yeah. So
I did like you on that, and I don't want to spoil anything, but Maximilian was tremendous. When it comes out on Blu-ray, I will be doing a review of it here on this channel, so stay tuned for that. I thought you were really good in that. Any other roles that really you were like, oh man, that one was good too? If you had to pick a couple more, really stood out.
Well, a lot of people know that I like to kind of dress up for some of my roles.
Yeah.
And I like to use like hair pieces whenever I can to make to make it a little more noticeable, like the character memorable, or whatever you call it. And so my character as Morloon in Parker Spider-Verse, where I donned a really long wig and some crazy contacts. And that was pretty fun.
You had fun with that one?
Yeah.
Wire work too?
Unfortunately, I didn't do wire work, but all the other guys, Spidey guys, did. Okay. Yeah, it would have been nice to do a little wire work, but
something. Okay.
Yeah, but I really enjoyed dressing up in a crazy looking character and
just getting into it. I could tell you were having fun with that character, because I had a chance to check it out. That's a good film, Parker. Check it out. Spider-Verse fan film. I believe that's full title, by Johnny Woo. So shout out to him. Yeah, I thought you were great in that.
Thank you, Johnny.
Yes, props. Right. But yeah, that was good. Any other roles you want to talk about that really you want to convey here that you felt was your best work so far?
Well, there was another short film that came out recently. It was called Mice in the Wall, and I play an agent. It takes place in the future. So sci-fi mixed with a little bit of drama and some action in it. And I play a really serious detective. And there's a little moment in the film where I have like a heart-to-heart kind of just a really serious moment with the other lead actress, and that kind of that would be my dream role, just to be a like you see the CSI and all those types of movies.
I know what you mean.
Just being a detective and solving cases and getting to the bottom of things and interrogating criminals.
Secret agent like James Bond.
Yeah, that'd be along those lines. Yeah.
Okay, I could see it. I could definitely see it. Nice. Well, speaking of, who or what inspired you at a young age to eventually become a stuntman or actor? What got you something just clicked one day? Like, I saw this guy. Oh man, that's why I got it. What really invoked this passion?
I'm sure most of the guys out there, Bruce Lee, Van Damme, especially Van Damme, did it for me. Seeing him, kickboxer, Bloodsport.
Bloodsport.
Yeah.
One of the best.
Best of the best. But he wasn't in that. But that genre and that time
Yeah.
period really got me saying to myself, I need to do something like action related.
Particular movie? You think Bloodsport really got
Right.
I mean, that's one of his best. I mean,
Yeah, I'd say Bloodsport was
that was a big inspiration. Like, I got to do this. I want to be
Right.
like him.
That was it, Bloodsport.
That was the movie.
Rocky 4. Yeah, out of all those Rocky movies, yeah.
I think Matt just showed me the training montage. I don't know if you
Yeah,
ever saw.
I
Oh
saw
my
that.
goodness,
Yeah,
was
it
I
was
getting?
Instagram
Because we were about to go to
stories.
the gym and
Oh,
we're
yeah?
like, watch this. You will get so excited, so pumped up to
They
work
will,
out. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm ready to fight somebody after watching that. I've never seen Rocky, by the way, so don't chest. I've not. Matt has them. I'm sure he's shout out to Matt Kane. I can borrow them off. I will watch them one day, just not today. That's my out of that question. So to name a few things that you've done, you've been an actor, you've been a director, you've been a writer, you've been an editor. What has been your favorite role to have when working on a film? Do you have one role that I really like to direct, I really like to produce, I really like to write, or do you really have one, or is it kind of a?
See, it's a toss up between directing and acting.
Directing and acting.
Because I really like to, when I direct, I have a certain style and way that I want the actors to portray a character, and it's cool when they actually do that in their own style, and I just love watching it come out in front of the camera.
Right.
At the same time, I do like acting, and I'm leaning towards directing. It's my most favorite part of filmmaking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever done like on a project where you've directed, you've acted, you've wrote have you ever where you did almost every role? Like I'm kind of curious. I'll wear all the hats.
My most recent one was a music video.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Yeah, the Sunflower song by Post Malone and Sway Lee. We did like a little, a remake of an actual. The original video is just bits and pieces of the Spider-Verse movie, and so I decided to just film like a real life, acting out song type of thing, like a regular music video does. But I actually wrote that, directed that, and shot a little bit of it. My boy, Big Sean Adams, who I love working with, he captured most of the shots that I was looking for, and big ups to him. Great guy.
Is it tough wearing all those hats? Does it make it more difficult? Obviously, you're kind of stretching. Okay, you got to act and then you're trying to direct it. How do you want it? You're trying to. How do you balance all of that out?
Well, it's a lot of time, especially I had to edit that guy, edit that piece. But it's just just taking time to sit down and just gathering my thoughts on like, okay, I have this or this there. And I didn't want to make it too big of a production, it would have taken forever. So we just got a handful of my actor friends, and we shot that in just 2 weeks, I believe.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I think it came out to 3 minutes? Was it a 3-minute video?
Yeah, because the song was pretty short. Yeah.
Okay, so not too much to. I mean, it's still a lot of work for 3 minutes, but still, I thought it turned out really well.
Yeah, everyone did great on it.
Brought their A game.
Right. I didn't have to do much directing at all. Everyone just did their thing,
just get the shots done.
Roles and.
So the next question here I have is, you're also a member of the Kane Action Team here. Right. Shout out to Kane Action Team. Visit our website, kaneactionteam.com. How long have you been a member, and really, why did you decide to join the team?
It's been 4 years since whenever Wusha Part 1 came out. And that's where I first met Matt Kane.
Nice.
We started training, and I just like I thought all the stuff he did. I watched him do all those kicks and moves. I'm like, man, how'd you do all this stuff? He's like, I've been doing this for years. Like, man, I gotta get with you and start training. Yeah, and then he told me about his action team, so I had to join. It was like a no-brainer. I had to learn what he was doing, and so I could bring some of that out into the film. And just act with him. Also, he's an awesome martial artist and actor. So
nice. Worked on a couple projects with him. Wusha.
Wusha was the first one.
We'll talk about Casey Jones. You were in that, correct?
Yes.
And Wusha 2, which we'll talk about that a little bit later. Maximilian, of course, goes without saying. So yeah, I really like your chemistry. I think you guys have good chemistry together on set, on film. So.
Yeah, a lot of people have said that actually.
You do. I think you make a great buddy cop movie. Right. I would pay to see that. If it happens, hey, I'll be the first one to watch. But So, actually, my next question here, you want to talk about working on Casey Jones Overtime? Because I actually like that short film.
Yeah, it
was fun.
So we had to take a. Well, I got that part thanks to Matt Kane, and he actually pointed me out to the director, Carlos Chabot, and saying, "Hey, we got another guy. If you want to use him."
Yeah.
And Carlos said, "Yeah, bring him on."
Sure.
And so thanks again, Matt and Carlos. But we had to take a trip to Detroit a couple times to film, and it was really cold.
Of course.
Cold, and but we shot pretty much very little rehearsing, and we did all the choreo like a little before we actually went out and shot everything.
Really?
Well,
like, did you know? Here's what, like,
right.
ahead of time, like punch, kick,
Right.
or did you kind of on the spot come up?
Well, that's not totally true. We rehearsed. We got the choreo down here in Ohio for a lot of it, but there was some parts where we had to come up with it
on the fly.
Spot. Yeah,
I see.
And so it was awesome. It was Carlos and his guy Sean, cameraman, cinematographer, and it was a lot of retakes here and there to get the shot
just right.
Right, and it was just we all worked great, got the shots, and tried our best not to complain too much about the cold.
Well, you've been in quite a few situations where it's bone-chilling cold.
Oh, yeah.
You just can't catch a break.
Right.
Do you like filming in the cold, or do you prefer the heat?
I prefer the heat.
Okay.
Yeah, especially
Fortunately, up here in Ohio, there's not much of that. I really like Casey Jones. I like all the hockey references.
Yeah, I like how we.
That was what I thought. Because I'm a big hockey fan.
Right.
So I'm like, ooh, slap shot. And
I like how he incorporated Keno, which was my character, into the whole Casey Jones universe.
Okay,
So
I'm not too familiar. I know who he is. I know Ninja Turtles, and that's kind of what an offshoot of. I mean, Casey J's one of the characters in there. And the character that you portrayed, was that somebody that was in the show or on the?
Yeah, it was in part 2, TMNT part 2. Ernie Reyes Jr. played Keno, the pizza delivery guy.
Secret of the Ooze?
Yes.
Okay, see, I've seen parts of that movie.
Yeah, he was one of my big inspirations also.
Nice.
Growing up to do martial arts as well. He was in this old show called Sidekicks where he was like just yay big and.
Oh, the one with Chuck Norris.
I'm
thinking of a different movie.
No, I don't think it was
Sidekicks. Because there was one where it was like a Chuck Norris fan film. Like this kid has visions of Chuck Norris and like wants to be a sidekick.
Yeah, but he's like buddied up with some other cop guy, and they would go around kicking people's. Or he would go around kicking people's butt. The cop guy would pretty much stand around and watch. And,
nice.
But yeah.
Okay. Anything else you want to say about Casey Jones?
I thought it turned out really well.
Okay.
Yeah, they actually have a pop-up video about the making of it.
Ah.
That the director came out with after. It's pretty fun to watch also.
I always like that, the BTS behind the scenes.
Yeah.
That's the best stuff sometimes, just seeing how a film, because there's so much that I feel like people don't really think, you just put a camera up and shoot. Now, there's a lot more that goes into it for just doing one scene, let alone a whole movie. Just from the brief stuff that I've been involved with as well. I'm learning and studying and picking things up and always asking questions and I feel like that's, the best way to learn is to just always be observing your surroundings when you're new to film, like I am currently. So, but I also wanted to ask you, what do you look forward to bringing to the different roles that you play on screen? Like, what do you look to sink your teeth into? Like, I don't know if I worded that question right, if you know what I mean. Like, what do you really look forward to expressing, conveying to the audience with whatever role you're given? What do you want them to know about, like, your performance and what they can get from it?
I just want to bring out. I just want to do the role justice and just really get people feeling and thinking a certain way, not just to read off lines.
Go through the motions.
Right.
Yeah.
I want people to actually feel for the character and just just have them go home thinking about the character after they watch the movie, and just feeling for him or against him if I'm the bad guy. Whatever, just
emotion.
Just have it stick.
Crap, I just lost my train of thought too. I had a really good question for you, but no, about the I really like how you brought up emotion. I mean, that's what filmmaking is all about, conveying that emotion to the audience. Do you have a particular? It's probably one of my questions on here. Do you have a particular role you like playing? Do you like playing the good guy or the bad guy, or do you?
Yeah.
Can you do both? Like, do you care?
I prefer the good guy.
Yeah.
But like I mentioned, the Mice in the Wall film when I played detective. Thanks again, Jimmy Naples, Laura Catola, for the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great film, but that's the type of role that I would like to do.
Yeah.
Top roles do
Suit you best.
Right.
That's like your
right.
forte.
And you see action in it too. Just,
Yeah, you get a little bit of everything. The drama, the action. You can even throw horror in there. If you're a detective, looking for a killer.
In Acquitted.
Hey,
to Keith.
Good film.
Rock Studios.
Really good film.
Yeah, but
good message in it too.
Right. So if you don't know about Acquitted,
if you want to go ahead.
Yeah, that takes all genres: drama, sci-fi, horror. And detective stuff into one film. It's a great film.
Next question here that I have for you is going to be, so you want to talk about your own studio, Jerry Sur Studios, and why you started it up, and you're really good at directing and photography, graphic design, absolutely, and just you want to talk a little bit about it?
Yeah, so I started my LLC shortly after me and my buddy Matt Rossman. He had a great script. He wanted me to direct, and so. Brought it to me. I just added a couple little scenes that I thought would be cool. Also, it was supposed to be a short film, ended up being a feature-length film after we were done with it. And after that, I was like, man, I really enjoy doing this.
Yep.
Along with the art, the graphic design that I do, and photography. So I'm gonna start my own company, LLC, Jerry Sur Studios.
Nice.
And I'm just trying to get all kinds of multimedia projects going under that, photography, film, and graphic design. And so I'm just trying to encompass all that into my company and just, hoping it goes somewhere down the road.
How long has it been around for? A couple of years now?
Yeah, just 2 years.
2 years. So it's
we released that night.
We will talk about. If you want to talk about that, that's actually a good segue. Unless there's anything else you want to say about your company and what you really want to accomplish. Do you have a long-term goal with it? Like where you want to see it go?
Yeah, I just want to see it, reach all kinds of media, areas.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it. I just want to entertain in all aspects of filmmaking and media that I can.
Okay.
With my company. So yeah.
Nice. And you directed that night. I did have a chance to watch it. It's on Amazon Prime, I believe.
Yes, Amazon free if you have Amazon Prime.
Check it out. You want to talk about that? Like, was that your first film that you directed, or did you direct before that?
Well, I directed little short films on my
here and there.
Yeah,
but nothing to this length of a feature.
Yeah, this was a big guy, and so yeah, it in the span of I'd say a month, I think. We shot at 1, 2, 3, like five different locations along the Cleveland area. But again, I gathered a lot of my actor friends, and and a big shout out to them. They did all this, flawlessly, and made all the shoots go super easy and fast. And just great acting. Misha Todd, Felicity White, Matt Rossman, of course, the writer.
Shout out.
And Portia Robinson. And forgive me who I've missed anyone else, but you guys are awesome. But it's about a new guy, comes into the city and he starts developing an affair with one of the ladies in his office, and things get a little crazy, some people get a little attached, and some people don't like the attachment, and so it gets a little crazy from there. Matt Rossman plays the boyfriend of the lady that works in the office, and Misha Todd plays the not so friendly new guy.
He did
so
good at that.
yeah, it's
I mean, they all did.
Yeah, it's kind of like a crazy white female esque type of movie.
Isn't it set at Christmas time? It's perfect for the holidays. If you want to get in the holiday spirit, watch some people getting murdered. Oh my goodness!
Yeah. But it takes place right before Christmas time. That night before Christmas.
Aww.
Like that.
See?
But it's just a little twist at the end. So
it's a shocking ending. I was like, whoa, you went there? I like that. I was like, oh, I probably know where this is going, but it didn't go there. I'm like, nice. And, maybe if you ever want to do a sequel, I felt like there's potential there.
Right.
You left it open-ended. I don't want to spoil anything.
We have, me and Matt Rossman have, briefly talked about doing a sequel, so we never Never know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was a really
It's a
good
possibility.
film.
Yeah.
You said originally it was going to be a short, right? How did it morph? It just you kept writing. Well,
Yeah, we
man,
kept adding more stuff to it, and we're like, no, I think this would look good here. And
Yep.
You got to give the character a little more depth. Let's
Yep.
give him a little more story, and so yeah,
Okay.
ended up morphing into a longer.
I thought it really paid off. And then, of course, you made a nice, I like your cameo in that film.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
hey, there's Jerry.
Based off of
What
my-
a nice
my
guy.
daughter. Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, throwing
That was
stuff in
nice.
there. Yeah, she always, my daughter, she's doing it now. She always likes to be part of the
Yeah.
little filmmaking
that
process.
was great.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that. I'm like, oh, look, there's a cameo. that night was really, really good. Like I said, if you have Amazon Prime, be sure to check it out now. So also, I did want to ask you here, we talked about your studio, photography. I mean, you're really talented at that. You want to describe like the process and how you come up with what you, in your mind, is the ideal shot, how you work with people, because you've done headshots for me and other people on the team, and you're really good at what you do. How do you, like, what's your mindset for when you're behind the lens and just, ready to
Sure, it's like
hit that button?
same with every other, photographer. I guess I still consider myself an amateur.
Right.
But just trying to get the, the emotion that you're going for. Like, recently did yours.
We did.
Stunt headshots, and of course you don't want to be like super friendly,
Right.
colorful.
A little more serious.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get that darker colors.
Yeah.
Pretty neutral palette all around, and just capture the essence you're going for. Like I do like stunt headshots. I do commercial headshots.
Nice.
I just try to get what look you're looking for. Just tell me what kind of look you're going for, and I'll do my best to like convey that through the image.
So you do you like taking pictures of landscapes and cities and like build it, or are you
Yeah,
more
I
like
do.
just centered on, you do everything? It doesn't have a specific like genre of something you like to photograph? Because I've seen it's great. I'm like,
yeah, I mainly if I see like a nice sunset or
Boom.
something or a moon, I'll use my phone and just snap one real quick.
Yeah.
But I really like there's not much story you could tell with that, so I like to
add a person in
photograph,
there.
yeah, people and
Okay.
or headshots, and like every photographer, you want to create a story. Just
Exactly.
Still, so yeah.
Nice. Have you ever done? I know you animated too as well, right? You've done some.
Yeah, I played around
Dabbled.
with a couple. I grew up drawing, collecting comic books with like me and my brother, and so I thought, how about I just do a couple sketches and try to animate it. And so I did that recently, just for like a little promo for Maximilian that came out earlier this year, and they're on my Instagram. I just used a little program that's on my phone, where I just took all the each individual sketch that I did, colored it, painted in there. It's a pretty decent program just for your phone. You can do it all through your phone. That's what I did.
Would you ever want to do an animated film?
Definitely. Yeah, I actually
Something
want
on
to
the
do,
bucket list?
Right. I actually
Okay.
do want to. I mentioned to a couple of people I want to do the first animated film that you see here in coming out of Cleveland, probably.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if it'll be a feature length. Off the bat, probably a short film. But that's something I'm definitely interested in doing. An animated film.
That would be something else.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite style of anime? You like the traditional 2D? You like 3D anime? Because I'm old school. I love the Disney 2D anime. Because that's what I grew up on.
Right.
And I feel like we don't get that much of it anymore. It's like a lost art. It's all 3D now. I get it. It's the technology, and it looks beautiful, with what Pixar and other studios have done. But do you have a preference?
Yeah.
Animation
No
stuff?
way I could do the 3D stuff right
Yeah,
now.
no.
What I have to work with. So it'll just be like the old school, like
Nice.
animation, anime type of, animation is what I was like going for.
So also, what I did want to ask you about, is there any, would you like to talk about any future upcoming projects that you want to talk about, that you're looking forward to working on?
I'm trying to finish my short film called Her Love. And it's actually that's not actually a silent film. It's a film that has no dialogue, but there's sound and music in it. But there's no dialogue to the very end of the film, and it's just it's a drama, and there's a little bit of smidge of like action in it.
Okay.
But it's mainly drama, and it's meant to really get the audience to like really feel for the character. And, you might shed a tear or two watching it, but I'm trying to. I was supposed to finish this and release it a couple months ago, but things
Still working
get busy.
It happens.
So,
It's life.
But I'm planning to release that in the next couple months.
Nice. Stay tuned for that.
Right. And it features a good friend of mine, Jean Fetz, is a lead actress. And so,
Nice.
And my daughter's in it again also.
Hey, so, there you go.
So yeah, I'm trying to get that finished, and I'm currently writing a best of the best Bloodsport-esque type of movie called The Core.
Ooh.
And it's a short film. But it's gonna be a lot of action, a lot of blood, a lot of martial arts.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping to finish writing that here in the next few months also. And start filming that this coming late spring, summer.
If you need help, you can give me a call. I don't mean to put myself over, pal, but hey, if you do need help, I'm willing to help you.
All right, yeah.
But
definitely welcome all that help.
Okay,
yeah.
Absolutely. Also, we talked about that night. You want to talk about recently, like literally 3 weeks ago, you took a trip to the Urban Action Showcase Festival in New York City.
Thank you to Keith Collins. Keith got his film Maximilian into the festival. Great job. Big ups to him. And this is his, I think, 3rd year in a row he's been there.
Nice. I didn't know he went last 2 years.
Right.
Wow.
And he's won some awards, pretty good awards off of it too. And thank you again, Keith, and for bringing me along. We met some. Well,
who did you?
I didn't know who half those guys were there, and I felt kind of like out of place, but I did know who Michael J. White was.
Yep.
And awesome martial artist, and I got to meet a bunch of these martial artists that paved the way for a lot of the future stars out there.
Nice.
And it was awesome seeing them, and it was a good time. We got to see our movie on the big screen.
How did that? Did it go? Yeah, everybody liked it.
Yeah, it
went well.
Really well. Yeah.
Nice.
Unfortunately, wouldn't walk out with the trophy.
That's okay. Hey, just even getting to be up on the screen, that's an accomplishment.
Yeah.
That means something.
I know ours was top notch. Compared to along with the rest of the movies premiering.
How long was the whole? How many movies did you end up watching? I mean, was it like an all day?
They were available. Yeah. People were available. They were available for people to watch the entire.
You can come and go. You can go. Let's go see this one.
But I only watched a couple myself. We were actually walking around a lot. And doing a little networking. And
they had a bunch of booths set up. It was like a convention setup. I'm just picturing it in my mind. Okay.
And a lot of a few other actors, actresses from current shows, martial arts shows, like on Netflix and Showtime. And got to get our pictures taken with a couple of these stars, and we actually got a chance to be interviewed along with Keith.
No way.
And it was pretty awesome.
Huh.
And I'm happy for Keith and the rest of the gang and Matt. And for our movie getting that far.
In addition to your movie, did you have any other movies that you thought really stood like, ooh, that was a good one that I watched that you saw on the big screen?
There was one, I can't think of the name of it.
It's okay if you don't remember, then it's fine.
Yeah, but we met the lead actor, Robin, and he was a really good dude. He's based out of D.C., and I believe it was called Afro Samurai.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But it was pretty good.
Good.
And he's a tricker.
Nice.
Just tricking in martial arts, and his was pretty good, and there's a couple other I can't remember the name, but some pretty good ones.
You like New York? You've been there before?
I've been there. It's been quite a while since I've been there.
Yeah.
Last time I was there was like 2004.
Oops. I couldn't imagine. I love New York. I love you. I'll go there every time. I could not imagine living in a city that big. Although for filming, that's one. You got New York, Georgia, and LA, right? Those are the three. That's a big hub. I mean, for opportunities, it's great. It's just it's expensive. It's kind of the same with LA. It's great, but would you rather be a big fish in a small pond or a small fish in a big pond?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it has its advantages and disadvantages.
Well, I like this pond,
right?
Yeah.
Cleveland. I mean, no, you got Cleveland and Pittsburgh. That's why I like Akron, because I'm between both. You know what I mean? There's Pittsburgh and Cleveland, so you can do both. That's a good, rather than just limiting myself to one area. You know.
I think this is a good balance of.
There's plenty of stuff going on up in Cleveland.
I
see stuff all the time being posted. So, also, I did want to end it with a wrestling question, because this is a wrestling channel. So you were once on an episode of what used to be one of my favorite shows on television. Right now, I don't like Monday Night Raw because it is a bore. But you were on. We got to talk about it. You were on Monday Night Raw last year, right?
Right.
How did that happen?
So
Did Vince call you? Hey, pal.
I wish. Yeah, I'm with an agency, talent agency, and they said, "Hey, would you like to be an extra as one of these security guards or cops on these Monday Night Raws?" I'm like,
What?
Sure. Yeah, that sounds fun. Whatever.
Ooh.
And so I said, yeah. I drove down to Columbus, I believe it was. Yeah, Columbus. And they had us dressed up in security guard outfits.
Yeah.
And we were just holding these two sides back from like fighting each other.
The Shield, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, and I think Drew McIntyre. Oh God, if I can remember, Braun Strowman. I don't know if Drew was in there or not. No, it was definitely Strowman.
I actually didn't know who half those guys were. I used to watch wrestling back in the day
when it was good.
Right, but now I had no clue. I had to describe these guys to my boy Matt Rossman.
Matt will know. He'd be like, oh yeah.
He's like, oh, that's so-and-so, that's so-and-so.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, and so I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Well, he's like standing right next to me, and I'm like, he's like, oh, I hate you. But yeah, it was cool to meet all those guys, and you know.
Did you get to talk to any of them?
Just really briefly,
like, hey, this is what we're doing. Did you get to like?
Yeah, and just going through the scene before we shot, and.
See, here's the problem. See, now I'm gonna go into my diatribe. Was it too overproduced? Because that's the problem with how many takes of this did it take forever? Because I've heard with Vince, take after take after take. It's like enough. Can we just? Actually, was it an issue or you get it done?
I think we got it in the first shot.
Really?
Yeah, I think we probably rehearsed it maybe once, maybe twice. But yeah.
No way. Wow, that surprises me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a pull apart. It shouldn't be that hard, right?
Right. Yeah, and you only see like the back of my head for that.
I did see. I'm like, there he is.
But it was still a fun time, and great experience and everything.
Vince producing this? Who produced? Do you know?
I have no idea.
Michael Hayes.
That name sounds familiar. So
he's a long hippie hair. Talks in a southern accent like this. Hey there, boy.
There was actually a couple of those guys.
Stephanie, Triple H. None of them were. They didn't have like a guy in a headset. I'm trying to think anybody you know.
It was pretty crazy back there, backstage.
Did you get to go far, or you did your scene and then you left? Is that basically?
No, I was waiting there for a couple hours.
A couple hours?
Yeah, they had us there at an early call time.
So before, because they pre-tape this stuff and then they air it on the show. Because Raw started at 8. What time do you think you got there? 2 for this? Early? So they usually do rehearsals in the afternoon, I heard.
Yeah, it was probably, I'd say, like 3 p.m.
3 p.m.?
They had us there. We just waiting around, just watching all these wrestlers go by.
Did you get to go to I heard catering's actually really good now.
Actually, it was.
Like a whole buffet and everything?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Top notch? Mm-hmm. Nice. Yep. Did you get to stay for the show?
Or? We were allowed to, but I had to get back.
That's probably a good thing, because it's Raw. I wouldn't want to stay. Yeah. It's like, you want to watch Raw? I'm like, I'd probably not, because it's 3 hours and I've got other things to do. Right. But you had a good time.
Oh, yeah. It was a great time. Yeah, just never did anything live, especially like that, and throwing all those wrestlers and all that.
The chaos.
Yeah.
I'm jealous. If I would have, I didn't know you at the time, but if I would have found out you were going, I'd be like, Jerry, please get me on this, because that's my dream, is to be on. Can you imagine? Like,
I was trying to get Matt Rossman on there.
It couldn't. It just didn't work out.
Yeah.
Man, he'd love it. I'd love it. Maybe one day. So, yeah, keep your eyes, because I always see guys in they catch the wrestlers or their security. I'm like, I could totally do that. The pull aparts, what you did. Mm-hmm. I'm like, hey, they always need extras. Just you submitted to a casting, look, keep it, they'll post, and boom, there you are. And you got paid for it too, right? Oh, yeah. Vince paid you.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that he did. Yeah.
Thank you, Vince. So, anything else you want to say about being on Monday Night Raw?
I'd do it again, probably.
You would? Okay.
Yeah. Plus, I'm a big foodie, so that catering.
I want to see.
Got me.
What'd you get to eat?
All kinds of stuff.
Chicken,
fish. And
damn.
I was impressed. One of the best sets or shoots, whatever that.
It is top notch. It is professionally run shit. It's a tight ship, because Vince is a workaholic and he's a perfectionist, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. You know. Anything else like you want to talk about here before we?
Think of anything at the moment. Yeah, just trying to do my thing.
Yep.
And just pump out media when I have time.
Well, you're very good at it.
To come. Yeah.
Absolutely. You're one of the best up here that I've seen, and I want to say thank you again for coming on the channel, Jerry. It was an honor to have you on here. So
thank you, sir.
Once again, be sure to check out his links will be down below in the description box. We'll put your link to your studio. What else you want to throw down there? You got an Instagram. How can people find you?
It's just at Jerry Sur, JerrySur.
Okay.
On Instagram.
We'll throw that down there.
Right, and Jerry Sur Studios on YouTube.
That'll be down there as well. Be sure to check out his videos. And also be sure to check out the rest of my videos here on youtube.com/DanielGuys412 for all my latest thoughts on not only WWE, but we have AEW, and there's a whole bunch of different wrestling products out there. So that does it for this interview. I want to say thank you again to Jerry for coming on the channel. Much appreciation. And thank you all for watching this video. And until next time, we are out. And thank you all for watching. Have a good night.